Good morning, everybody. It is Friday of the first week of Lent, and we've been focusing on the word seen, that we are seen, and we have to choose to see. And so today is story day, and I wanted to tell you three really quick stories that just sort of bring this home. The first one is when my first child was born, I would stare at her for hours. And David would come home from work and he'd say, "What did you do today?" And I'd say, "I stared at the baby." And he'd say, "What else did you do?" And said, "I stared at the baby." And I was so in awe of her. I was so in awe that we had a part in bringing forth a new person. And she was so precious and so beautiful. And here's the amazing thing. We have 7 children. It never was less of an awe-inspiring moment. I didn't have as much time just to sit and stare at the baby when number 2 came and number 3 and all that, but they were so different and so magnificent and so beautiful. And now we have grandchildren and more grandchildren and more grandchildren, and they're so beautiful and so magnificent and so different. And if I feel like that, just a regular person, how much more does God feel like that in creating us? When he looked at his creation, he said, "It is good. We are good. We are seen by our Father, and we are mesmerizing to him." This is fact. He looks at you, not when, not if. He looks at you right now and can't take his eyes off of you. There's another story about a priest who was visiting his dying father, and his dad just wanted him to sit with him, and his dad just kept turning his head, just looking at him and just smiling. And finally, this priest said, "Dad, you're making me uncomfortable. You're just smiling and smiling and smiling." And his dad just smiled bigger. He was so proud of his son. He loved him so much. And there were not any words that needed to be exchanged. He just couldn't take his eyes off his son. He died like that, just smiling. And as the priest was retelling that story, he said how uncomfortable it was to just be gazed upon with such joy and such love. And sometimes I think it's harder for us to believe that we're seen with love and joy and delight, that when the Father looks at us, he delights in us. And he knows us. He knows us through and through. He knows everything about us. But he sees us and he's just wildly crazy about us. Stay with that this week. We're going to end with a story from this incredible book called This Present Paradise by Claire Dwyer. And it's on the spiritual journey of St. Elizabeth of the Trinity, who is following me right now. But I want to read you this because it is so much our experience so often, and we need to get it. And so what we're trying to do is tell regular stories about regular people encountering Jesus and knowing that they're seen. Because this is what I'd love for you to take into your weekend and just sit with. 10 minutes a day, close your eyes. Jesus, you know me, you love me, you choose me, and you have me. Now we can add, and you see me. You love me, you delight in me, you're crazy about me. How does that feel? Stay with that. So, from page 51, one Sunday, I had hoped to get away and spend some time, not even an hour, just a little time in the Adoration Chapel in a nearby parish. But it wasn't meant to be. Little fires had to be put out. The many needs of 6 children simply had to be attended to, and soon the day was gone. Finally, that night, I knelt, not in prayer. I knelt on the kitchen floor, head bent, cleaning up spilled Cheerios. And then suddenly, this. You couldn't come to me, so I came to you. The words penetrated my heart. He was there. He was there with me among the mess in my dark kitchen. He saw. He knew. Jesus knows our hearts and our effort. He chooses ordinarily to come to us through the powerful means he's given, but he is not confined by them. When the obligations and restrictions of our vocation and our God-given circumstances conflict with our desires, even our holy desires, it is simply another opportunity to be a little white flag in his wind. And that really is all he needs to see to sweep in and become our greatest desire. He will come as he will. Make plans to meet him whenever you can, but expect him everywhere. So, in finishing our theme of seeing and being seen, let me just repeat that last line. He will come as he will. Make plans to meet him whenever you can, but expect him everywhere. This weekend, say, Jesus, give me your eyes to see. I want to see. I want to see you. I don't want to miss you. I don't want to miss you right in front of me because I expect you to come in another way. And maybe it's a harsh way. And maybe it's a condemning way. And maybe it's a judgmental way. But you are the one looking at your child in such delight. You know us. You see us through and through. You know everything we've ever done, everything we've ever thought. And you love us. And you're so sure that you can work with us, that we are still in your plans. That's one of my favorite things I've ever heard. Jesus is so sure that he can complete the work he's begun in us, that we're still in his plans. He sees you. He knows you. He loves you. He chooses you. He delights in you. Say, Jesus, you have me. You see me, and I want to see you. God bless you.